So today we have 120 current players and past players, I suppose celebrating having played for Munster over the years. It started back in 1996 with our first interprovincial women's team, and that team are actually here today, and some of them have flown in from America. So it's a very special day that we're celebrating everybody that's played for Munster since 1996. It's really important that we acknowledge, all these players that have played for Munster, and I suppose they're part of the history of Munster Rugby, and they're our leaders for the future, and they have been our leaders in the past. And if we look at the 2020 campaign in terms of Can't See, Can't Be, Munster women have played a key role in relation to providing leadership at all levels, not only at Munster Rugby but also at the IRFU level. That 1996 team actually played in Old Crescent jerseys. There weren't even jerseys for the women's team back then. Ronnie O'Connell, one of our women's committee members, actually spoke when she was president of the IWRFU. Her budget was 25,000 for the whole country. So it just gives you a perspective of the way things have grown in terms of women's rugby. And we're seeing a huge, explosion of girls rugby with the word that I would use. And we have 25 under-14 girls now challenging for that Munster Cup this season. Our mini blitzes are taking place week in and week out. We're seeing 200 girls in attendance. As you mentioned, we have the launch of our Schools Cup, which we're absolutely delighted. Our Junior Cup kicked off last week. Our Senior Cup will kick off next week. So there's lots happening in the province. Next week there's going to be 50 schools participating in the X7s competition to represent Munster at the Ireland competition. So lots happening in relation to girls and women's rugby at the moment.
Look, this was just the most amazing celebration of Munster women's rugby players, past and present. A huge gathering coming away from 96 or something was the first team. There's girls here that I haven't seen for years. So it's basically a celebration of all of us and what we did at the time, what we continue to do, and just huge thanks to Munster Rugby and all of the sponsors for getting behind it. It's great. I mean, there's people there that have gone on. Wendy from a player is the chair of the women's subcommittee. You've Ronnie O'Connell, who was the first president of the IWRFU, and then you have all of the players that either played, captained, coached, won. You've got Laura Guest, who coached Munster as well, and it's the continuous thing. And one of the things out of today is to keep people involved in rugby, be that coaching boys or girls, or be it administration or referees, and just to spark off each other, because we've all done different things in rugby, and maybe some people haven't done a lot for a while, and they might like to get back into it now, because there is nothing like being involved in rugby, and in Munster Rugby in particular. If you look at the likes of the Crescent girls, Jackie McCarthy and Marie Hayes, and if you look at the Browns, the sisters, and everything that they went through at the time, it was just amazing to set up something, from scratch, and to go through what they did. Trailblazing is the right word, and I suppose we're on a continuous evolution, aren't we? So.